Shut up and sit down.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Electrical Code Academy Incorporated, where we talk about the National Electrical Code. My name is Paul Abernathy, your host, and tonight I want to talk about our residential wiring course. Look, if you're an apprentice, if you're a helper, if you're a journeyman, and believe it or not, if you're a master, residential wiring can be a complex topic. There's a lot of things that can take a lifetime to learn. So what we've done is we put together a course that I helped put together. I helped write material in this course in order to fundamentally teach you the core concepts of residential wiring that everybody needs to learn. And we do this in multiple chapters. And we start out with teaching electrical safety, and we end up talking about inverters and PV systems for 1 and 2 family dwelling applications. We cover all of those type of things. So if you're a journeyman, if you're an apprentice, if you're a helper, even if you're a master, and you want to understand the full concepts of residential wiring and all the nuances that maybe you're missing in the field, if you want to get better at your job, that's what this program is all about. If you're a company and you have employees, you need to put all of your employees in our residential program if that's what you do, residential wiring, because it puts everybody on the same page. We cover from room to room to room, from circuit to circuit to circuit, with feeders and service conductors and panel installations. We even give you lab work so you can work with your employees and test their knowledge. We give you reasons to get promotions, advancements, to really motivate your staff. But maybe you're just an electrician and like me, and you want to learn all of the things that might take a lifetime to learn in residential wiring, but you want to learn it quicker. That's what this program's all about. So without further ado, let me give you a sneak peek of what our program looks like. All right, so when you become a student in our residential wiring program, you're going to have a console that looks just like this. And you're going to see a bunch of chapters. And on the right side of the screen, you're going to see navigation menu. And that's going to get you to the course book. That's going to get you to flashcards. That's going to get you to your study hub. And it's also going to let you be able to review your grades and feedback that I give you on all of your reviews for every chapter that you complete. Yes, I personally will give you feedback on your answers to your review questions and help ensure that you truly understand the core fundamental aspects of that chapter. That's my goal, is to make sure that you walk away from that chapter learning something. And I guarantee you in this program, you will learn something you did not know, because we have put a lot of time into this program. So I want to kind of give you a quick rundown of the program real quick. So this is available in 2020 or 2017 NEC editions. You can click the links down in the description. You can go to the 2020 or the 2017, whichever you want, and read about it. They're essentially the same, with the differences in the National Electrical Code changes between the 2017 and 2020 edition. Now, it's broken down into chapters, and as you can see here, there are 33 chapters. But not only that, we have glossaries, we have flashcards, over 284 different flashcards that teach you definitions and terminologies, and you can just randomly shoot through those and really start to understand common core terminologies and definitions, which are critical when everybody needs to be on the same page, okay? Those are all built into the program. We have lab work, for example. So let me give you a quick look. So in lab work, you're able to print out these lab exercises. Maybe it's doing a single pole. Maybe it's doing a three-way switch. You get these exercises that you, if you're an employer, you can give these exercises to your folks on the job, and they can use this to complete different lab tasks. And maybe that's what you use for raises or bonuses, and making sure that they're competent in the field. That's what we're trying to do here. And as electricians, we want to be the best we can be. So there's a lot of lab work that you can work here. Also, we give blueprints on everything that we talk about in the course. So if we talk about a certain layout on a certain floor, there's a blueprint, and you can download the blueprints right here and look at them on your computer, okay? Next, we obviously have the exam prep stuff. So if you want to get used to getting a better understanding of an electrical exam, or maybe just test your knowledge of the NEC, we're throwing in the electrical exam questions database as well. So that's included if you want to practice your skills in answering code questions. That's all included. Even some building contractor questions are in here in case you really want to dig a little deeper. All right, so we give you all that. But let's look at the units real quick. So for example, let's go into conductor sizing unit. This is chapter 4. And what you're going to have is the same as every chapter. You're going to have reading material. You're going to have the study tools, which is the review that you're going to take right after you do the reading. And you might need to do the reading a couple times to fully understand the material. And then before you leave, after we grade your review, you're going to do this chapter 4 quiz, which locks in some key questions, and then you move on. You also have some videos that you can watch as well. We share those in the video folder. All of that is here. You simply move from chapter to chapter to chapter. Okay, for in this case, let's stay in chapter 4, and let's look at the reading material. So what you're going to get on your console, and I'll go to the table of contents and go back to the very beginning, is throughout this course, for example, we're going to refer to copper conductors unless we state otherwise. That is also what you see on exams a lot. So most of the time we're going to be in copper, and when we're doing a lesson and we say aluminum, we'll tell you aluminum. Okay, you move through it. Oh, here's something interesting feature while I'm right here. If you're studying in the evening and you want to do what's called ballistic training, okay, you've been working all day, you've been putting your hands in the field, and now you just want to relax and you want to enhance your ability to understand something, check this out. You left click and drag it over it, and it'll bring up this box. In this box, you can click read text. You can do this anywhere in the course. Check this out.
Throughout this text, all references to conductors are for copper conductors, unless otherwise stated.
All right, so you have this built in. You can change the cadence, the speed of the dialect. You can change it to Australian or English, whatever you want. That is all customizable for you, and you would change that dialect right here in the read speaker. Okay, you just click on the read speaker, and over here you get to change the speed. You get to change the dialect, male or female, and however you want. All that is customizable to you in the program. So that's an important feature. Now, what if we want to highlight something to come back later? Okay, well, left click, drag it over it. We can highlight it yellow. Now, we're in chapter 4-1, right? So if I were to come back later, let's just close this down and say I were to go over here to my study hub, click on it, and we highlight it, remember? So we click highlight it. Here's chapter 4. Okay, and we highlight it. Okay, so we have, this was the sizing, 4-1, and here it is right here. This is what we highlighted. But if we want to go to it again, click the arrow. And this tells us when we did it. And there you go. There's the material right there that we just highlighted. So this is a way to get back. It's also a way that you could highlight it. And then when it's put into your study hub, you can highlight it, right click it, and copy and paste it to me if you have a question on any of the material. Perfectly easy to do. It's all built into the program. Now, if you want to print anything, click the print button. You want to change the text size depending on the browser you're working with. Again, this works on Macs, PCs, Androids, Apple, doesn't matter. As long as it's browser-based, you can log in and work our course, and you can change the size of the text depending on whether you can see it or not, all customizable to you. Now, you can print any page, but let's say I'm in the course and I want to bookmark it because I'm tired. I want to come back later. Then click bookmark. It puts a bookmark there. Now, you go to your study hub. Let's say I close this down, and I go to my study hub, and I want to get back to where I bookmarked. Go to bookmarks. Tells you right there is where the bookmark is. You click there, and it'll take you right back to where it is. And there's my bookmark. You want to undo the bookmark? Just click that. It'll take the bookmark off, and it'll disappear in your study hub. All of this is built into the program. So you have access to the book at any time when you're doing review questions. You have access to highlights. You have access to anything in this program, all through your console over here. Okay, so print anything you want at any given time. Okay, so now once you do the reading material, you're going to come and do this review. When you click on the review, this review is going to ask you questions based on what you just read, right? And so it means that you have to really fundamentally read the material in order to be able to answer these questions. But let's say you're answering it and you don't remember, and you're thinking, I don't have the book with me. I don't have the course material. Sure you do. Over here on the right, you click full book, and we're in chapter 4. So we're going to go up here to table of contents. We're going to go down to chapter 4, and everything you need to answer these questions are all right here. Okay. All of this stuff, basic wiring and sizes, everything, all the information that you need is right here. Okay. Everything's here. So you can just read through it, answer your questions here. If you're not sure about something, you can go back to the book and read it, and it will help you answer the questions. Here's the table that you have here that's dealing with 31016, the ampacity values. If a question asks about that, All you have to do is click on the image, and it'll bring up the actual table right here, and you can scroll and back and forth and get your answer based on the insulation types and temperatures or whatever you need to do. It'll all be here for you. Okay, so let's close that down. So you can answer your questions. You don't have to leave your review. You can stay in the review and you can still open up the course book. All of that's available in the program so that we know that you are trying to really work through these answers. Okay, not expecting you to memorize it. We're expecting you to be able to understand it as you work through it. Okay, so all of that's built into the program. You also have your quizzes, and of course, again, we have videos, and it'll just kind of show you. I'll click on a video, and it shows you how it pulls it up. And here's an example.
Installing electrical cable doesn't have to be knuckle-breaking work that leaves the wire kinked and twisted. With the proper techniques, anybody can pull wire neatly and professionally.
So you see, you get access to the videos, different things at certain strategic locations to kind of help you as you're learning the process. And again, we move from conductor sizing and types to conductor identifications, ground fault. And you also notice that here, we're going to be talking about what? GFCIs, but watch this. It's also AFCIs, surge protected devices, immersion detection circuit interrupters, and appliance leakage current interrupters. All of that's going to be talked about in this unit. So you get a fundamental understanding of all of those topics, all of those things that you wanted to know, but maybe you were afraid to ask. This program can teach all that to you. So hopefully you understand how this works a little bit better. You see all the benefits and features you get. Residential wiring. You learn everything in this program, and you get to apply this in the field. Now, this is not a credit-based course. You're not going to get credits for licensing. You're not going to get credits for becoming an electrician. These courses are designed to help ease the stress of learning and understanding residential wiring at a very high level. You'll learn tips and tricks and what tables mean and what the nuances for insulation types are and ampacities, and whether it's a individual branch circuit versus a multi-wire branch circuit, which is a small appliance branch circuit, all those little nuances in this program. So if you're interested in it, click on the links in the description. We'd love to see you in class. Till next time, stay safe. God bless.
Shut up and sit down.